Hey everyone, welcome to the MatMadik cast channel. Sorry for the camera right now, it's coming out weird, but anyway, yeah, thanks for sticking around. Alright, let's just get back to it, and as you've seen with the videos I dropped out yesterday, yeah, I'm digging into my older archives of takes on political videos that I would react to, just to bring out some pieces that I thought would be very useful to show you where I'm coming from in my journey. Just having a look at the political landscape of geopolitics and so on, and give me my take on the matter, starting from going from back from where I started to where I am today. And yeah, if you guys want to see more of that, let me know. All right, without further ado, let's just check out BITLER. Courtesy of the very crimson tinted address to the to the nation that the so-called administration known as the Biden, Brandon, I should say, in the administration, saw fit to deliver to the world, if you will. Anyway, let's just check this out via the social commentary of LOZA video. Anyway, let's go.
MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards.
Shut up, Biden.
Backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love.
This is bizarre. You know, I see what LOZA just started off by saying "shut up, Biden." It's because the lies are very odd. They're very odd. That is to say, you know what we tend to do. People on the right side of things, we tend to, I'm not saying all the time. Everybody tends to get carried away and just drops off a little bit of unsubstantiated rhetoric to directly unsubstantiated rhetoric to back up what they're talking about in a given moment. But when you're addressing people and you can't get off the trout train, if you will, that you're supposed to represent, and you can't offer anything in its place, i.e., remedies to those situations, other than to try and keep fighting what you're not for, then you're just gonna frustrate people. Hence, shut up, Biden. Anyway, let me know what you think.
They promote authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence.
You gotta love that mosque back on. I mean, I guess it's trade the muzzles for the ski masks. Hey.
Authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence.
Biden think he Hitler. Let's go, Brandy. Yeah, roll him like a swish. Biden think he Hitler. Let's put him on a banner. Yeah, new nickname BITLER. Biden think he Hitler. Let's go, Brandy. Yeah, roll him like a swish. Biden think he Hitler. Let's put him on a banner with his new nickname BITLER. And I say it so glad as I pull off in the scat pack. LOZA train back with another diss track. Joe Biden, you can suck off and suck off a cock. Talking like you finna bust off a shot. Talking about the democracy is under attack. Obviously, ever since you snuck in office, you been the one cutting us back. And if being a terrorist mean fighting for freedom and being the biggest voice, well, I'm the Taliban. Keep a Second Amendment, I keep a weapon intended to protect the women and children from the devil's hand.
Alright, I gotta put it this way, guys. I'm about, as soon as this is done, if I got some time, I'm gonna try and check out the, what's the man's name? Bryson Gray address to the nation piece that he's done. But just because, unfortunately, despite how Bryson has decided to try and turn his back on a fellow MAGA man, i.e. LOZA. I mean, in this case, if I wasn't doing reaction videos, I'd listen to more LOZA than Bryson on the matter, because straight up, LOZA's pieces are more entertaining, man, and it's just got the straight raw MC energy. You get up there and you just start raising your voice and you just start laying it out. And I guess he's not really as restricted with the rhetoric, with the type of words he can use, expletives not standing and so on. Bryson's music, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna give Bryson some time of day because I'm gonna check it out after this. You know me, keep it 100. It's a bit more boring. I mean, in that something told me I got a feeling if possible he'd rather just be preaching in church. But but there's something about him that likes rapping at the same time. But it's Christian rap, so it's like it's such a anyway. It's you gotta be a bit more libertarian when you rap, and then just song called conservative. No, at the same time, I'm regards myself as a conservative dude. It's just I got libertarian flavors in that the whole point of rap is that you gotta just let it fly. Seriously, even if you say things that people don't like sometimes, but I'm not saying that you have to go cussing like like a sailor every time you make a rap, but there's something very forced about the rise and flow sometimes that LOZA doesn't seem restrained by. But again, this is just from the last time I checked out a Bryson right off the back of a LOZA piece. So anyway, let's let it keep going. You know, this is what happens when you go ahead and start going after somebody. You make yourself somebody who has to be compared to that person all the time. And even if you don't do it directly, audiences tend to do that all the time. It's just to compare people. And people in the comments sometimes don't always like that, but when it comes to LOZA, people, me being on the LOZA train, it's like I'm just going to be doing that. But people, if you're somebody in the comments, like when I react to voice play and so on, I could compare them to some people. If I compare Pentatonics to somebody else, people say, "Oh, I hate you." Here comes a down voting. I just want you to know I'm unsubbing, and you got all that drama, if you want to call it drama. Anyway, but it is what it is, man. Reactors gonna react. Anyway, LOZA, keep bringing it.
LOZA train coming like an avalanche. Boxing in the ring, need a towel man. Democrats need time for their hourglass, but they running out of time. Where your power at? It's gone, ain't it? Y'all scared cause we all dangerous. We just want the Constitution and everything you ruined, so give it back to us before we all spray up.
The good thing, LOZA, don't worry, they ain't got nothing. I gotta say, it does seem like one would have to turn around and say, give it back to us. But we ain't even talking like that, because all this illegal stuff that seems to be happening, with all the unconstitutional stuff that seems to be being rammed down people's throats in these days, it makes people wonder, wait a second, if the law is law, it can't be broken, right? So what the hell's going on? Why are these people doing this? It's one thing to circumvent the law, but it's like these guys are straight up breaking it. It's like, fine, according to the law of gravity, you can't fly, so it seems, just when you jump, but hey, we can create a zero gravity chamber and let you have at it that way, but that's what you just circumvent the law of gravity, but so it seems, well, people David Icke would, I don't know what you'd argue about the law of gravity and the holographic flat earth paradigm that seems to trap everybody, but whatever. As far as lay people are concerned, it appears that you just can't break certain laws of physics and so on. But when it comes to what's going on now, it's like, hey, the Second Amendment shall not be infringed. Why in the hell are you calling New York a gun-free zone? What is going on? You shouldn't be able to do this, but that's the beauty of man's law. It's all written. The Constitution and stuff, the Second Amendment and all that, these are your rights. It's not so much these aren't so much things that these aren't so much things that simply can't be infringed because a piece of paper says so. It seems to be being infringed because people are daring to tie the hands of people who would respond as those who, as the actual law dictates, the government ought to respond to when somebody's rights are being infringed. But while people are, it seems that why this is taking so long is because people like Trump and so on, they're following the rule of law just to insist that once everything is back in place through this 2024 business, law and order is restored in the process. You don't want to do what they do these traitors are doing in the process of restoring people's rights to them. It still has to be contained within the law. And of course you have people like even Mr. Ike. Mr. Man, I don't trust Trump either. He's a deep stater. And just trust in yourself. And even though you got people like and that's the side of David Icke, for that matter, that I don't rock with. When it comes to complaining and having nothing to say for it. We don't worship Trump, Mr. David Icke, follow your leader off a cliff. Trump's not a leader, God is, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody is being used by God to guide people to their own restore their own sovereignty from whence they'd surrendered it, then so be it. But in any case, the steps that are being carried out from the patriots and ultimately the people ourselves are necessary to go through for us to understand what the hell this is all about. How it appears that this Mr. BITLER man is able to just scream at people, call us names, and trample over the Constitution. These things were considered to just be a given and incomparable, something that nobody could mess with. But lo and behold, when you're dealing with irregular warfare, it appears that all of this stuff can be challenged. So this is something you have to defend rather than something that you just have to take for granted as yours. And in the process, yeah, you will realize how this stuff can't be messed with once you or us, we all are in grasp of it again. But due to lack of knowledge, the people perish. Not anymore. Let's keep it going.
Covered in red, whether Republican or blood, civil war in your head. These Democrats know what's up. Got panicking, knowing the world voting for the right. Biden stiff as a mannequin, get his ass out tonight. I think them damn.
Sorry, man. I think I should get rid of these captions. This is kind of screwing up his lyrics.
Civil war in your head. These Democrats know what's up. Got panicking, knowing the world voting for the right. Biden stiff as a mannequin, get his ass out tonight.
Stiff as a mannequin, get his ass out tonight. Now, of course, that's a sentiment that many share, but yeah.
I think them Democrats is really in trouble. Behind that podium, talking in circles. BITLER, Biden, he the new age Hitler. Yeah, BITLER, Biden, he the new age Hitler.
Pedo Hitler.
Biden think he Hitler. Let's go, Brandy. Yeah, roll him like a switch. Biden think he Hitler. Let's put him on a banner. Yeah, new nickname BITLER. Biden think he Hitler. Let's go, Brandy. Yeah, roll him like a switch. Biden think he Hitler. Let's put him on a banner with his new nickname BITLER. When we go to war in 2020.
I love how this stuff, how everything's turning around. It came from the left ignorantly just calling people who support Trump Nazis to people actually realizing that this dude's looking like good old eagle in the background, Hitler himself. Anyway, now it's I love the way payback is coming, man. As H. Gamer would say, James Brown, payback. Anyway.
24, tell me who you voting for. Trump, Trump, Trump. Man, you already know. Hell yeah. MAGA gang to the flow up. Red, red, red. Like I'm dead. So much red in the rallies, we gon' make a commie throw up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep talking. Fuck your pronouns, y'all grown ass men need to grow up. Here we go again, I'm gonna blow again. The copycat is finna come back from my throat again. It's over, man. The LOZA train the best, and they know it, man. It only took me 3 hours just to write this poetry, so no offense to my enemies. Too much talent blaring, they know it's me. Anybody who ever tried to call us out our name, Biden think MAGA the problem, don't say MAGA in vain. That is insane. Biden's half sleep out of his brain. Wow. Biden think he Hitler. Let's go, Brandy. Yeah.
I love it, man. We just delivered these poems real quickly, and those girls look brilliant. Maybe I should invest in some.
Roll him like a switch. Biden think he Hitler. Let's put him on a banner. Yeah, new nickname BITLER. Biden think he Hitler. Let's go, Brandy. Yeah, roll him like a switch. Biden think he Hitler. Let's put him on a banner with his new nickname BITLER.
Jesus, wow. That's coming out next week. People, man, what do you think of LOZA? I think he's the one. Like this video if you don't like it. Anything else? Shot by King Noli. Lovely, man. I want to under the J Jesus thing. There you go. Anyway, people, catch you next time. Where we go, one we go all. Peace.